Punk. There you go. Here's Punk. At the moment. They're not done. This is a very heavily pre-release archetype. And I swear they're going to get like a Rhoda or something broken. Because this feels... Okay, Punks feel a lot like...
It's basically anti-control, isn't it?
Remember? Kinda. Remember back when Ogdotic was first shown off as Abyss?
Yes.
Remember how they like felt really incomplete, and then they got that one Foolish Burial card? That
no,
like,
because the Foolish Burial was released with the rest of it.
No. When it was first announced, it wasn't. It
Really?
was announced like 2 weeks later.
Oh, I thought it was announced at the same time.
No, it was announced like 2 weeks later. That's what Punks feel like. Punks feel like really incomplete. Like their extra deck is decent. The problem is the main deck is kind of shoddy. They have 2 spell cards, both of which are garbage. They've got 2 trap cards, one of which is actually pretty decent, being just a targeting negate that lets you recover life points.
Issue.
Targeting. The other, yeah, I know, targeting. The other one targets a set card and destroys it, which is good. Kinda.
It's only good if your opponent like sets Imperm.
They
or
are
something like that.
a deck filled with level 3 Psychic Tuners. The problem is that they have one main deck monster that's not a tuner, and they have an extra deck of cards that one kind of wanting to be Synchro Summoned, the other one wanting to be Fusion Summoned. The Fusion Summon specials 2 Punk monsters from the deck. The deck could really use an archetypal Call of the Haunted. If they had their own Call of the Haunted, they'd be really good, because I could just search the goddamn Call of the Haunted and get the other effects of my Punks off, because I could use my Fusion to summon Punks from the deck. And then I could just use the Call of the Haunted to summon back the Fusion and make the Synchro. The problem is, we don't have that. Thank you, Hapney, for the follow. Your avatar isn't moving his mouth.
Later.
Yes, I do not know why. He moves his mouth every now and then, and it is a pain. I've got to figure out what settings I fucked up, but I have been messing with them. I think it might just be my camera is being weird. It's
Maybe you need to clean your camera a bit more.
Maybe I need to clean my camera, yeah. Maybe it just needs like calibrating or something. Hold up.
Who knows?
Okay.
Calibrations are usually the main thing, since something...
Yeah, they tend to be the main thing.
Plus,
it's
if
strange.
cameras are old or somewhat new, they really want you to clean them often, since
yeah, that's
they need
true.
every single pixel to work.
Very, very true. Let's see. Yeah, if they just had like an archetypal monster reborn or like a Call of the Haunted, they'd be much better, because they'd be able to make the plays that they need to. If I foresee them getting literally any card to search, it would be a Call of the Haunted, because it would fit so well in the archetype, and it would mean that I could stop running Call of the Haunted.
And run a more searchable Call of the Haunted.
Yeah.
It doesn't need trap tricks.
Call of the Haunted cannot be trap tricked.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a continuous trap.
Oh.
Wait,
right.
back to the front. Maybe back to the front? Hold up. Target one monster in your graveyard, special summon in defense position. Actually, back to the front would be pretty decent, because I could trap trick it. I'd have to, like, ditch the Small World package. Just for space issues. Although, to be honest, I don't need Small World if I'm running back to the front. Because I'm running Small World because I need to hit 3 names. But I don't need to hit 3 names if I just...
Can constantly get out cards you need.
Yeah. If I can just Fusion Summon once, and I have back to the front, that'd be really good. Yeah, hold up. And then we'll ditch the Veiler in main, I think. Yeah, we'll ditch the Veiler in main for a trap trick. Because I don't care what position they come out in. I just want them to be out.
As long as their effect still remains, probably.
Yeah. Well, even then, I don't even care about that. This is a terrible brick. Holy shit.
Gets 3 traps. And
Gets
2
3
monsters,
copies of the trap.
and one of them can't even be summoned.
Okay, so this one opened with the trap searcher, which is fine, I suppose. Yeah, it's fine. Fuck. This is yet again search the trap searcher.
They might actually get a card that could give you cards depending on how much less your life points you have compared to your opponent, maybe.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Since there's like, what was that color called again? The one if you have 1,000 or 2,000 life points more than your opponent, draw a card.
I don't remember.
Or am I thinking of the other one? Like Sacred Oak or something like that? When you have 10k life points or 9k life points, you draw 2 cards.
Aromages does that? Oh, yeah. No, Aromages is more, I think, right?
Geez, I don't remember.
Yeah, sure, we'll activate Seaman Effect.
Still can't get over that.
Yeah, I don't know why they named it the way they did. By the way, the Spell Searcher is garbage, which is why, honestly, if we got another main deck monster that did literally anything, I wouldn't run it. The Spell Searcher searches a bunch of really bad cards. Actually, here's what I should have done. Hold up. I could have searched the Spell Searcher and the Trap Searcher, then made Hulk and gone into the Fusion guy.
Currently, just looking off how often this deck bricks, basically.
This deck bricks pretty often, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the deck, though. Actually, I can probably hit 1 or 2 of the Fusion, just because you make the Fusion like 1 time, and then you just recycle the Fusion with the Synchro.
Huh. That does seem pretty smart.
Yeah, because the Synchro has a recycle effect. Might be IP'd again, though. Maybe. Here's what I do. I just grab back to the front here. Yeah, grab back to the front. Normal summon the Fusion guy. Fusion guy effect. He fusions on your turn and synchros on your opponent's turn. So it's good to just have him on the field.
So basically shooting Riser Dragon but in normal monster form. Or I mean main deck monster form.
Pretty much. I haven't played Ages in a row in a while. They're yeah.
The thing is, won't you basically just usually keep your negate just for that? Be it Imperm or Effect Veiler?
Yeah, true. But that's like your first play.
I guess.
So like, if he gets outed, he gets outed. But typically, that's the first thing you want to do is just summon him.
Well, like really easy to Nibiru.
Oh yeah, the deck dies to Nibiru pretty hard. To be fair, if you open a bad hand, you don't get nibbed at all because you don't do anything.
Sets 3 impasses since you don't.
So you get to search a monster, search a trap, set up a card in your graveyard, and then the trap you search is a monster. It's a monster negate. I want them to get a spell and trap negate too. That'd be very helpful. Then the monster you search is a typically I grab Foxy Tune because it's a searcher You probably don't need to. You could get any of them, really. You could get one of the tuners if you really want it. One of the tuners would not be bad. Foxy Tune is essentially another tuner. And then, like, you hope to God you hit back to the front or Call of the Haunted.
You gotta hope. That's a shame.
Yeah. You run a lot of ways to get to them, but you have to hope. And then on your opponent's turn, you just flip back to the front.
Couldn't Konami like add an effect like it's a level 4
then
monster, but if you use for a single summon, it becomes a level 8, or it can become a level 8.
That'd be cool.
Then you could go into a level 7 or your boss monster theoretically.
Yeah, that would be really nice. That'd be really nice.
Since that card would not become a brick instantly.
The level 7 is really nice, but you want to summon it on your opponent's turn, so that you can on your opponent's turn hit 3. Hit 3 or 4. If you're lucky, you hit 4. If you're not, you hit 3. But
aren't there like some good level 7 synchros?
There are. The one that I can think of off the top of my head is F.A. Dawn Dragster. Amazing Dragon is actually pretty decent. I wish it was not a hard once per turn on either effect, and it was just a hard once per turn on both. Because then you could cycle and then special summon a card, so there'd be reason to summon it on your turn. There is still reason to summon it on your turn. You can cycle cards on your opponent's turn or on your turn too, but then you give up on the special summon of a punk monster, which is sad because punk monsters are really good. Like the punks all have search effects, and their targets are not bad. Like Seaman and Madam Spider's searches are pretty decent. Sharkusai is pretty good. Carp Rising is really, really nice because it gets 2 tuners from the deck, which sets up 4 Hulk plays if you want to. You don't really need to. You could potentially run a Hulk variant of the deck for like Auroradon combos. I don't see that as necessary. Because it ends on probably the same or worse board. But that is a potential thing that you could do.
I wonder if Konami would rename the cards, because they're punks.
No, I like Punk. Punk is a cool name.
No, maybe you like it, but Konami doesn't like.
I know.
Suggestive
That's
content.
Sad.
Not even suggestive content. It's just is.
But yeah, Punk
example,
is in a fine
symbols.
place. It's just not meta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it just needs that one card to make it meta.
It needs like a Searcher and like a Back to the Front or Call of the Haunted.
I mean, they could get it in a single card if they maybe got it.
Oh yeah, it would also help them because they like fucking. They have a card that discards shit. It would be nice if they had traps with grave effects, or just cards with grave effects in general, because that would warrant using Foxy Tune. I think the one thing that I'm looking for right now, though, is an actually good spell card to search off of Wagon to make Wagon worth running. Because right now, he's definitely not. He's just in here because I need more names.
Specifically, filler for your deck.
Yeah, pretty much. He's also good to, like, ditch off of Foxy Tune.
Yeah.
What if the spell trap was, What if the spell trap negate was a grave effect? That'd be fine. If they got a grave effect negate, that'd be perfectly fine because they could just drop it off of Foxy Tune.
And then use it during the opponent's turn or during your turn. Probably, knowing them, knowing Konami, they would probably
restrict it.
Not the turn you send it to the graveyard, probably. Yeah.
This is honestly, the deck is honestly fine. It's just very not done. It is a very, very not done deck.
Incomplete. It's just missing that 1 or 2 pieces for their combo to finish off.
But the combo is there. The big problem that you will see is that, well, they're another deck that dies to Nibiru.
or a deck that can break way too often because it doesn't have enough cards on break itself.
I do like that all of them search a thing. I think they're missing a field spell.
Field spell that searches the searchers.
A field spell that maybe like searches and special summons a card, because sometimes they run into the issue of not having enough bodies. Also, they run into the issue of you open two droll, and trap cards.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like more of a player issue, considering the fact that, or you open up 3 fucking.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
How do I brick that hard? You've got to be Fluxy. It's me.
No, how do you break 2 in a row with 2 different types of cards?
Did you just draw 3?
Yes, he did on his opening hand. It's
my luck. What can I say? Sometimes. Okay, this shows really.
Actually, no. That same thing happened to me, didn't it? Yesterday.
Just level
Gets
up your...
through Sky Iris and the terraforming.
3 copies of Pot of Prosperity in a deck that doesn't want to open 3 copies of Prosperity. So this really easily shows the problem with getting the combo is that sometimes you just don't get it. So you need to do this. This is your end board. A spin of 3 cards.
I mean, better than nothing.
It is better than nothing. Okay, it's not terrible hitting 3 Disparity, because sometimes you hit Foxy Tune, which allows you to ditch a Prosperity. Sometimes it's okay to open useless cards for this deck.
Sometimes.
Most of the time it's not, but sometimes. Also, Access Code and Unicorn are filler. You could run literally anything in those slots.
AKA, Rez doesn't know what to add in the extra deck, so he adds the basic.
Wow, I'm getting called out. You're not wrong, though.
My boy, usually I call him out for not being able to make an extra deck, but geez,
I know, but it's becoming a meme. The same thing as his quote-unquote height.
That's not even a...
That's my actual height.
No,
not
the
even
joke one. The joke
Oh, the
one,
5... Oh, yeah,
5-1.
the 5-1 one. Yeah.
It's not even that much of a meme compared to being 5'1" or 5'6". Like, it's just a fact of life at this point.
Meh.
I'm kidding, Chief. You're not...
I know.
Rich just trying to concentrate on breaking his hand.
Yeah, I was just trying to focus on unbricking.
And this is where you're into the issue of if you had more of the fusion card in your extra deck.
Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't need more of the fusion card in my extra deck at this point.
True, but I mean, you could at least try to do something.
Well, no, I just like
Yeah.
I'm okay. Probably
Yeah,
get
the deck needs an extra normal summon or something.
Maybe.
Actually, if the field spell would allow them to normal summon again, that would help against Nibiru.
Yeah, because they could just search the guy who, they could just search this guy.
Yeah, and then restart their combo. With only having 1 less summoning space on the board.
Yeah. Because if they got nibbed, probably the safest way to play around Nibiru is to literally just search, off of Seaman, just search, Shadakusai. But that wastes all of your Shadakusai because you're gonna summon Shadakusai off of, Hulk as well. Thank you for the follow, Poseidra Disciple 21.
I didn't know how to read that name. Jesus.